Hello and welcome back to the second review for Trilogy Month, where I'm of course reviewing the Dragon Ball Z film Broly Second Coming. This I plan to be a short review because there's really not much to talk about. The whole film is 50 minutes long from beginning to end, and excluding credits. And there's literally you know Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan had some story. It wasn't great, but it still had some story. And then we get to this, and there's a but that yay big amount of story. But I am of course repping my Dragon Ball Super shirt that I literally just picked up the day of filming this. So I thought, I'm about to record this review. I may as well, rep out in Dragon Ball style. So yeah, Broly Second Coming. Um, like I said, there's about yay big a plot, and that plot is basically Broly somehow survived. Somehow Palpatine survived, and he managed to get into a Saiyan pod that somehow managed to make its way to Earth, and for him to crash land somewhere. And in this crater, it filled with water, and then it froze over. How that didn't kill him, I don't know. I guess plot demanded it, and Saiyans are built differently. Um, but yeah, he somehow survived, and then through somehow managed to unthaw himself, and was starting to pick on a village. Um, or maybe that was the dinosaur. I don't know. But then, whilst waiting to attack said monster, um, they put out bait. It's mainly just Videl, Trunks, and Goten searching for Dragon Balls, and they stumble across this village, which just so happens to be the exact village where Broly is. And then Broly, through hearing Goten's cry for being slapped by Videl, that triggers Broly because he somehow remembers, um, listening to Kakarot, Goku screaming, and the Kakatot somehow managed to reawaken him, and so he comes, and then this is like the about the 18-minute mark, and then it's nothing but fighting ever after that. They find the final Dragon Ball. They try to make a wish on Shenlong. That doesn't work. Trunks pisses on Broly, partaking in some water sport. And hey, I'm not going to kink shame. There are things that people are into. Some people are into being pissed on. Some are into toes. But again, I'm not going to kink shame. Not my thing. Not my cup of tea. But you do you. You do you as long as it's with consenting adults. Anyway, so then towards the end of the film, Gohan shows up and fights Broly for a little bit, and then gets saved by Piccolo. Except it's not Piccolo who saves him; it's Krillin dressed as Piccolo. Kind of continuing on the running gag of most of the Dragon Ball films, where Piccolo just comes in and saves Gohan, like he did in Broly, the Legendary Super Saiyan. Somehow turned up on New Vegeta, showed up in the Tree of Might, Lord Slug. The list is endless for Piccolo saving Gohan in the Dragon Ball movies, the non-canon ones anyway. And then eventually Gohan tries to take out Broly using the Kamehameha, which then, Goten eventually wakes up after being knocked unconscious and joins in to use uh, the Kamehameha. And then in Goten's head, he says, I wish my dad was here. Because at this point, Goku is in Netherworld, um, and that somehow manages to bring Goku back for a brief second, which, whilst yes, the family Kamehameha is cool, because Goku shows up, that he does the Kamehameha, they kill Broly, Goku disappears, end of film. And whilst yes, it is a cool scene, visually looks amazing on Blu-ray, um, makes no goddamn sense because it's been established in the Dragon Ball universe that person dies, brought back by Dragon Balls, dies again, can't be brought back by Dragon Balls. So technically, Goku shouldn't have been able to come back. But then again, in the BoJack film, um, he managed to, for a brief second, to punch BoJack to save Gohan, which then made Gohan go Super Saiyan 2 in that film and get victory. So yeah, definitely not the greatest in the four Broly films because again, I am comparing it to the canon Broly that we have and how much better he is compared to Brute Broly. And you can love Brute Broly. Like I'm not saying you shouldn't, but my favorite version of Broly is the Super Broly, and will always be the Super Broly. I like Broly. I like Brute Broly to a certain extent. As I'm always saying, art is subjective. When it comes to these things, it's a phrase I've taken from my friend AJ over AJ's Movie Place, and yeah, it's like comparing it to Super Broly, which in my opinion is the best Dragon Ball film. There's just no contest. I mean, that gave us more lore on the Saiyans. This did not. This was 50 minutes, most of which was spent fighting with no plot or a paper thin plot. But hey, at least it's better than the next movie that I have to watch to round out this trilogy, and that's Bio Broly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit through another 50-minute movie of that. Except Broly is a giant pile of shit, sludge, but it looks like shit. So yeah, I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna go watch that, and should be fun. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I shall see you on Friday for my review of Dragon Ball Super, not Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z Bio Broly. I'll see you all next time.